A very good morning to all the viewers and the webinar team. This is A. Ram Prasad, Principal, Telangana Model School, Ramachandrapuram, Sangareddy District. I have the privilege to introduce Mr. Muhammad Hafiz, PGT, Political Science from Telangana Model School, Veenavanka, Karimnagar District. He has a wonderful academic record and experience profile. He has worked in various education institutions as the faculty and rendered wonderful services in Telangana Model School since inception. He is the backbone of his institution. He earned laurels from nook and corner of the education community. He was adjudged as the best teacher in the district level in Karimnagar district. Over to Mr. Hafiz for his session on emergence of Telangana state, part 2. He has conducted so many sessions so far. This is another session from his side. So certainly we can say that his contribution for completing the syllabus and providing quality education to the students who missed the classroom transaction during the COVID pandemic. So thank you, Mr. Hafiz, for coming forward for a wonderful session. And the session which he is going to conduct is Emergence of Telangana, part 2. Part 1 was already covered last week. So we are going to part 2. Over to Mr. Hafiz.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Very good morning to all the webinar team principals, Ram Prasad sir, subject coordinator garu, and also all the model school principals and my colleagues of all the model schools, and also my beloved wonderful students of our model schools. So children, as you know that today we are going to learn about the emergence of Telangana state part 2. Okay, part 1 already is covered in the previous session, and today we are going to covering the part 2 session. Okay, so in the part 2 session we are going to learn about the gentleman's agreement, emergence of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, already I told that how the Andhra Pradesh was emerged. Okay, but while it is emerging, there was a gentleman's agreement. So regarding that agreement, what has takes place in that agreement that we are going to learn, and then violation of safeguards of the gentleman's agreements, and then very important one, 1969 agitation. CPS Telangana Praja Samiti Party. Okay, and also the reaction of Mulki judgment. There was a judgment of Supreme Court regarding the Mulki. So then there was also another agitation was takes place, but this time it was in Andhra Pradesh. So all these we are going to learn in the detail in this session one by one. First one is gentleman's agreement. Second one is the emergence of Andhra Pradesh. Then violation of safeguards, 1969 agitation, and Telangana Praja Samiti, and also reaction of Mulki judgment. Okay, children. So make careful, listen carefully the class. Okay, so important one, and it is required to follow this. Okay, right, children. Okay, and now review. Okay, children. So in the review, we learn about the what we called the formation of Hyderabad state in 1948. So in the previous session, that is in the first session of emergence of Telangana state, we learn about the formation of Hyderabad state in 1948, political development that is from the 1948 to 1956, and state reorganization commission. Okay, children. So these are the things we learned in the previous session, that is in the first session, that is formation of Hyderabad state in 1948, political developments in the 1948, and state reorganization commission. And based on this state reorganization commission, Andhra Pradesh state was formed on the 1st November 1956. That already we learned that. Okay, so before the formation of Andhra Pradesh is going to learn in detail, we are going to learn about the gentleman's agreement as a part of Telangana movement. Today, in this session, we are going to learn about the gentleman's agreement. Here in Telugu it is given the Manchula Opandam. So it means the leaders of the both sides were participated means taking the part, active part, and made the agreements between the Andhra leaders and Telangana leaders, which is known as gentleman's agreement. Means their signatures, which is affects on this agreement, is called as a gentleman's agreements. That is called as a Pedda Manshula Oppandam, children. Okay, children. And so first we are going to see that the gentleman's agreement, in order to bring about the rapport between Andhra and Telangana leaders. So discussion was going on by sitting in Telangana and Andhra, but this time Congress High Committee at Delhi, Congress High Command convened a meeting of both the Andhra and Telangana leaders at Delhi on the 20th February 1956 about to take the uh, advices and their decisions and to made the agreement to merge the Hyderabad state into Andhra state as a part of Vishalandhra movement, as a part of the movement. The Congress High Command, because Congress High Command was in the government at the central level also, so it has to take the decisions to merge the Hyderabad state into Andhra states. Andhra state is a part of Vishalandhra movement, and also based on the SRC commission report. Based on the SRC commission report. Okay, children. So to bring the rapport between the Andhra and Telangana leaders, Congress High Command convened a meeting at Delhi. Okay, on the 20th February 1956, and the leaders who participated from the Andhra region were B. Gopal Reddy, then the Chief Minister of Andhra, and N. Sanjeev Reddy. Okay, from the left side, you can see in the images. Okay, from the left side, be Gopal Reddy, and middle N. Sanjeev Reddy, and at the right side, Lachanna, and one more photo has to be made, but I did not get, so just I kept the name Satyanaran Raju. So 4 leaders were participated from the Andhra region in the gentleman's agreement, where the meeting was conducted at Delhi. Okay, by the Congress High Command. So Andhra Chief Minister B. Gopal Reddy and N. Sanjeev Reddy, G. Lachanna, and Satarana Raju. These 4 leaders were participated from the Andhra in gentlemen's agreement meeting. And now we are going to see from the sorry children, from the Telangana. Okay, so Telangana was represented by Burgula Ramakrishna Rao, then the Chief Minister of Hyderabad State, and KV Rangareddy. So I think you listen this name, Rangareddy district around the Hyderabad, based on the name of this leader, KV Rangareddy, and then M. Channa Reddy. Okay, and JV Narsinga Rao. These 4 leaders were represented or participated in gentleman agreements on the behalf of Telangana region. So from the left side, B. Ramakrishna Rao, then the Chief Minister, and KV Rangareddy. Next one, second one, and third one is M. Channa Reddy. Fourth one, J. Narsinga Rao. These 4 leaders were represented in gentleman agreements from the side of Telangana at Delhi. Okay, so from the Andhra and from the Telangana leaders images, you saw that, and also we know the names. They were met at Delhi and participated in the gentleman's agreement meeting. Okay, under this agreement, Telangana Regional Committee was to be formed. So based on the discussions which was made between the Andhra leaders and Telangana leaders at Delhi, and under this agreement, Telangana Regional Committee, TRCC, already we learn, just headlines are given to you in the first session. So Telangana Regional Committee was to be formed, this decision was taken. So, based on the gentleman's agreement, very important agreement was taken is that Telangana Regional Committee was formed, and this committee would be to empower to look into. So committee is given the some powers. The committee is not only formed, this after the merging of the Andhra and Telangana as the Andhra Pradesh state, this committee would have to look the some matters that see that there should be justice should be done to the Telangana region after the formation of the Andhra Pradesh state. Okay, that is was the Vishalandhra movement. In Vishalandhra movement, demand was there. Telugu speaking state should be formed. So it was formed as the Andhra Pradesh state. So when it was formed, this committee has to look for the development of the Telangana. Okay, so it has the empowered, it has the given the powers on certain matters, and that certain matters, what are the certain matters, has to be managed and see that and suggest to the government work, development economic planning. So this committee has to see that development activities and economic planning for the Telangana region, and also see the work of local self-government in Telangana region. So local self-government activities has to be absorbed by this TRCC, that is Telangana Regional Committee, TRC. Okay, or TRCC also be called Telangana Regional Committee. It has to see the development and economic planning in Telangana region and local self-government. Okay, local self-government activities, and also it has to be very active in the public health of the people. So it has to suggest the governments what are the steps have been taken to the public health, because it is a very important. Public health is very important. Generally, there is a proverb is there: wealth is health. Wealth is health. So public health is very important for the government. So this TRC, the Telangana Regional Committee, has to be suppose the suppose the suggestions or provide the suggestions to the government to take the steps to provide the public health to the people, and also it has to provide the suggestions to the government about the primary and secondary education, because Telangana is very backward in the education, because it was in the Nizam state during the independence movement. But whereas Andhra region was under the control of Britishers, so there was the not only English medium, and Andhra region is well advanced in the education system. But our primary and secondary education system is very backward. Okay, so this agreement, this committee also has to be see that there is a development of the primary and secondary education and suggest the programs or steps to be taken for the development of the primary and secondary education in Telangana region. And also it has to be managed. Very important thing is it has to be managed the regulation of admissions in the Telangana region. So it has to see that admission has to be regulations based on the Mulki rules. What is the Mulki rules? In the next slides, I'm going to explain to you children. So in the so TRC, Telangana Regional Committee, has to regulate, means it has to see that regulation of admissions in the Telangana regions, mostly the admissions goes to the Telangana people, and also prohibition on sale of agricultural lands. So it has to request the governments, it has to suggest the governments that that prohibition should be implemented on the sale of the agricultural land to the outsiders. To the outsiders. Generally, the Telangana people should not send the land, and if it is necessary, they should sell the land to the Telangana, but not to the outsiders. So that is a prohibition on the sale of agricultural land. Also, very important activity of the TRC, and also it has to promote the cottage and small scale industries, etc., with the help of government. Means it has to suggest the governments to take the steps to promote the cottage and small scale industries in Telangana region. So these are the things is given the empowerment to the TRC, which is formed in the gentleman's agreement. Okay. Next one is Mulki rule, children. Okay. So Mulki rules also should be implemented in the Andhra Pradesh state. What is the Mulki rule, children? Mulki rule means the person should have has to be stayed or stayed in one place for at least 12 years. Suppose the Andhra person want to be the admissions or the jobs in education institutions in Telangana, he should be stay in Telangana for 12 years. So Mulki rule means 12 years continued stay in Telangana region. The person has to be stay for the 12 years in stay continually. Okay, stay in Telangana region. That is the Mulki rule. So as a qualification for admission to education institutions and recruitment to all subordinate services in Telangana area, the person has to be stay for a 12 years in Telangana region. That is a Mulki rule. Okay, that is a Mulki, and that Mulki rule is also made the agreement in the gentleman's agreement that the person who has to be want to admission education institutions or for the recruitment to all subordinate services in Telangana region has to be 12 years continue to stay in Telangana. Okay, so this is the condition, children. And also it also has to be see that is a TRC also has to be see that at least 2 out of 5 important portfolios to be for the Telangana people. Okay, so TRC not only to manage what they had to manage, children. Look here, first one you can see the development and economic planning. Okay, second one is the local self government. Third one is public health. Fourth one is the primary and secondary education. Fifth one is the regulation of admissions in Telangana region. Sixth one, prohibition on sale of agricultural land. Okay. Seventh one is cottage and small scale industries, etc. And next one is Mulki rules. Okay, Mulki rules is the 12th country in the state in Telangana that has to be seen that if any person want to the admission to qualify for admission into education institutions in Telangana, he should be stay continually in Telangana for 12 years. Not only for that, even recruitment to all subordinate services also he has to be managed the same thing. And also the TRC also has to see that at least 2 out of 5 important portfolios. Portfolios means government ministries, children. Ministries. Portfolios means ministries. So important portfolios of any government are home, finance, revenue, planning and development, commerce and industry should be allocated to Telangana. So home, finance, revenue, planning and development, and commerce and industries. These are the 5. Out of these 5, at least 2 to be allotted to the Telangana. Okay. So this was the agreement is made in the gentleman's agreement, which is given the empowerment to TRC. Not only this, also children. One more important thing is that the vice versa. What vice versa? Already told that if the Andhra Pradesh if the chief minister is from Andhra, then deputy chief minister is from Telangana. Vice versa. If the chief minister is from Telangana, then deputy chief minister from the Andhra. This also has to look out by the TRC, Telangana Regional Committee. So these are the empowerments is given the TRC. Okay. So in the process, the gentleman's agreement was reached between the leaders of Telangana and the Andhra region. In the process, in this gentleman's agreement process, children. So these are the conditions were made. Okay, conditions were made between the leaders of the Telangana as well as the Andhra, and agreement was made finally. And then emergence of Andhra Pradesh. Then the emergence of Andhra Pradesh. In the process, gentleman's agreement was reached between the leaders of Telangana and Andhra region. And this agreement marked the trust and faith reposed by Telangana leaders of Andhra politicians. Okay, sorry, leaders on Andhra politicians. So this agreement, gentleman agreement, is a mark of the trust and faith shown by the leaders of Telangana on the Andhra politicians. But unfortunately, what happens, we are going to see in the next slides. So finally, agreement was made between the Telangana and Andhra, and this agreement is a marked the trust and faith, okay, reposed by the Telangana leaders and Andhra politicians. And after the agreement of the gentleman's agreement, on the 1st November 1956, Nehru inaugurated the new state of Andhra Pradesh with the Neelam Sanjeev Reddy as its chief minister. Already I shown his image also to you. So on the 1st November 1956, Nehru, then the Prime Minister of India, Honorable Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru Garu, sorry children, inaugurated the new state of Andhra Pradesh with the Neelam Sanjeev Reddy as its first chief minister on the 1st November 1956 after the gentleman's agreement. It means on Telangana leaders also agreed for the merging, and Telangana state, that is Hyderabad state, merged with the Andhra Pradesh, Andhra, and Andhra Pradesh state was formed. And then the Honorable Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru Garu inaugurated the new state of Andhra Pradesh on the 1st November 1956 with the Neelam Sanjeev Reddy as its chief minister, and also CM Trivedi as the governor of Andhra Pradesh. First governor, CM Trivedi was the first governor of Andhra Pradesh, and Andhra Pradesh capital is Hyderabad. Okay, so in that way, there was a Andhra Pradesh state was formed on the 1st November 1956 with the Neelam Sanjeev Reddy as the first chief minister and CM Trivedi as the first governor and Hyderabad as capital. But however, no deputy chief minister as a promised in the gentleman's agreement was appointed. So here violation was started. Violation of safeguards of Telangana, which is a promise in the gentleman's agreement, which is given the power to TRC, that is the Telangana Regional Committee, is violated, children. No deputy chief minister, Neelam Sanjeev Reddy from the Andhra region. So then automatically, as per the gentleman's agreement, deputy chief minister should be from the Telangana, but it was not done. So violation of the general agreements was started. Okay, and violation of safeguards started. I already told you, violation of safeguards started with the no deputy chief minister. I shown to you already in the slide. So no deputy chief minister is a promise in gentleman agreements was appointed. Violation of safeguards were started. Violation of safeguards are started. Okay, you can see here violation how the safeguards were started. Also you saw here by amending the domicile rule, the residential qualification for public employment and education was reduced from 12 years to 4 years. So as per the Mulki rules, person should be stay for the 12 years. Already I told to you, is it or not, children? But by amending this, by amending the Andhra leaders, because they formed the government, okay, Andhra formed the government, and amending means changing the domicile rule, and then residential qualification of the public employment and education was reduced from 12 years to 4 years. In that way, violation of safeguards are takes place. So here I'm going to explain only some violation of the safeguards of the gentleman agreements which are promised by the Andhra leaders to Telangana leaders who are violated. First one, no deputy chief minister. Then domicile rule was amended and reduced the residential qualification from the 12 or 15 years also is given. So from 15 or 12 years to 4 years. And at the same time, human development in Telangana was neglected in the composite state of Andhra Pradesh. So in the composite state of Andhra Pradesh, human development, that is very important. Public health like this should be developed for the human development. These are neglected in the Telangana region in composite state of Andhra Pradesh. In the composite state of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, children. And third one, the education facilities were also poor for Telangana people in the campus state of Andhra Pradesh till early 1990s. So actually, during the Nizam period, educational facilities were very poor. Only Urdu medium was there, and everyone has to learn the Urdu medium and some subjects. But the people of Telangana hoped that after the Andhra Pradesh formation of Andhra Pradesh, after the Vishal Andhra movement, after the formation of Andhra Pradesh, better education qualifications should be provided. Even TRC is given the empowerment, but unfortunately, it is not provided. It is not provided. So educational facilities were also continued as the poor for the Telangana people till the early 1990s, early 1990s in Andhra Pradesh also. And Telangana also witnessed a lot of injustice in sharing river waters. So sharing river waters, already we learned that important prestigious projects of Godavari Krishna, like on that rivers are prestigious not only in the Andhra and Telangana region, it is also in the India. But unfortunately, these prestigious uh, projects also given the importance to the Andhra region than the Telangana region. So that's why there is a lot of injustice was done in the sharing of the river water between the Telangana and Andhra region in the composite state of Andhra Pradesh. And fifth one, the pace of work on the Sriram Sagar. The pace of work on Sriram Sagar, the only major project Godavari exclusively meant for the Telangana region is very low. So the pace of work Sriram Sagar was done very slowly, children. It was a major project, was taken up on the Godavari river. It is only meant for the Telangana region only. Region for the Telangana region for to construct of the or to build up of the Sriram Sagar, it is taken a lot of time. It is very slow, very slow. And even after 50 years, hardly 2.5 lakh acres of land brought under the cultivation, means under the irrigation through the Sriram Sagar. See, after the project inauguration, after the 50 years of the project inauguration of Sriram Sagar, hardly 2.5 lakh acres of the land brought under the irrigation. Actually, proposed target for the 20 lakhs acres of the land. But unfortunately, it was not done. So you can saw that how the governments, okay, who were in the government at that time, how they neglected, education facilities, how they neglected in the sharing of the river water. And also it is showing that how they neglected the projects in the Telangana region, which are exclusively meant for the Telangana regions. Okay, so this is a, violation of the rules which was agreed in the gentleman's agreement. Okay, and then the work on projects of Telangana region which have assured allocation of waters like Sri left bank canal was not progressed satisfactorily. So the work on the projects of Telangana region, okay, which is allocated for the allocation of the water for the Telangana region. Like example, Sri left bank canal. It is completely supply the water for the Telangana area, but it was not satisfactorily progressed. Not satisfactorily progressed means they did not show the interest. They should not show the interest. How they show the interest on in the Andhra region, but they did not show in the Telangana region, even on the Sri left bank canal also. And the water of Manjira river meant for augmenting irrigation facilities in Medak and Nizamabad. So Manjira project was developed. Okay, and to supply the water for the irrigation facilities in the Medak and the Nizamabad districts of our Telangana region in composite Andhra Pradesh state. But unfortunately, Manjira river water diverted to capital city of Hyderabad for drinking purposes. So Manjira river water actually meant for irrigation facilities in the Medak and Nizamabad districts of Telangana region. But the government diverted the Manjira river water to the capital city of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, that is to Hyderabad for the drinking purposes. In that way, agriculture is still very in poor conditions in the Medak and Nizamabad because lack of water. Even projects water also not supplying to that area. Okay, and eighth one, if the state affairs allowed to continue any further, a substantial cultivable area of this region is bound to be converted into a drought area. So if this state, if Andhra Pradesh state continues allowed to affairs, means things, the government activities allowed to continue any further from the situations, that is after the 1956, a substantial cultivable area of the Telangana region. This region means Telangana region is bound to be converted into drought area because no water facility. That is the injustices done by the Andhra leaders, done by the Andhra leaders. So that's why the people of Telangana were unhappy. The people of Telangana one are unhappy. And also the assurance on deputy chief minister post and allocation of the other portfolios was constantly violated. So assurances already we saw that when the Andhra Pradesh state was formed, no deputy chief minister. Then their violation was started from there. And also, I told that out of important 5 policies, at least to be allotted to Telangana region, it is also violated, not allotted. It is also violated. These are the some violation of safeguards, violation of safeguards. Okay, and okay, and now Telangana Regional Coordination Committee (TRCC), Telangana Regional Committee Coordination (TRCC). Establishment of TRCC was a commitment made in the gentleman's agreement. So establishment of Telangana Regional Committee, and here Telangana Regional Coordination Committee also established as a part of gentleman's agreement. And the advice rendered by the TRCC was to be accepted by the state government and the state legislature. State legislature means law making body, that is assembly, and government has to be accept the advices which is provided by the TRCC. What is a TRCC, children? Telangana Regional Coordination Committee. It was a part of the gentleman's agreement. Okay, and TRCC given the power to deal. So powers are given the TRCC for a development and economic planning within the framework of general development plans formulated by the state legislature. So on the development and economic planning, planning with the framework, and on the general development plans, TRCC will give the suggestions and advices to the state legislature. State legislature has to follow, not only for the development and economic planning, and also on the local government institutions, and also public health and sanitations, primary and secondary educations, prohibitions, sale of agricultural land, cottage and small scale industry, agriculture, cooperative societies and markets and fairs. So on these, TRC is given the power to advise the government, and government has to follow. But unfortunately, government did not follow this. And now we are going to the status of TRCC, how it was. How? How it was. Telangana Regional Coordination Committee condition. Many times the formation of TRCC was delayed. So many times the formation actually, formation of TRCC was delayed by the government. And TRCC have measurably failed in wielding their mandate. So TRCC unfortunately failed in wielding, performing their mandate, their duties, because there were many reasons for this. First one is inadequacy and failure. So what is inadequacy here, children? These committee were established more as a supplementary bodies. It means autonomous state is not given to TRCC, facilities not provided to TRCC, and it is just established as a supplementary body. That's why it was not working perfectly, not worked perfectly at that time. So that's why it was failed. And also TRCC was not given full-fledged organizational infrastructure to carry out its functions. So infrastructure is not given, organization infrastructure is not given. That's why it cannot carry out its function, performing its duty. Without the infrastructure, it is impossible to perform the duties, children. Okay, and also budgetary allocation for a TRCC were also meagre. Budget is not allotted. Means they are not allowing TRCC actually. Indirectly, we can say that TRCC is not allowing by the government. Budget allocation was meagre, very less. Because of these conditions, TRCC was failed, is not able to perform the duty. The political elite did not exhibit any vision and imagination for developmental needs of the Telangana region. So political elite, okay, especially Andhra political elite, they did not have any exhibit or any vision or any imagination. Not only vision, there is no imagination for the development, and also worked for the needs of the Telangana region. Okay, and because of this, the people of Telangana, the leaders of Telangana, the students of Telangana, because the residential condition, Mulki rules, domicile rule is reduced from 15 or 12 years to 4 years. Because of that reason, the students of the inner cities and colleges were also unhappy and causing for the another agitation in Telangana, that is called as the 1969 agitation, that is called as a Telangana Praja Samiti, that is called as a Telangana Praja Samiti agitation. So consequently, the violation of gentleman's agreement by the successive governments of Andhra Pradesh. So consequently, the violation of gentleman's agreement. So these leaders, government of the Andhra Pradesh, successive governments of Andhra Pradesh from the 1956 violated the gentleman's agreements, and because of that reason, particularly violation of Mulki rules, a discontent was brewing among the people, especially the students, especially among the students, especially the violation of Mulki rules and violation of gentleman's agreement by the successive governments of Andhra Pradesh is started. The discontent was started among the people of Telangana region. Okay, and you can see here Telangana Praja Samiti, how it started in the 1969 with the slogan Jai Telangana only, children, with the slogan Jai Telangana. Okay, Okay, 1916 it was started. Okay, and then this had cumulatively resulted in the emergence of separate Telangana agitation in the 1969. Okay, so this is had cumulatively resulted, not simply resulted in 1 or 2 days problems which are the people were unhappy. It is a cumulated resulted in the emergence of separate Telangana agitation in the 1969 because of the especially the violation of the safeguards of Telangana, violation of the safeguards of the Telangana. Okay, and it was reported that as many as 25,000 government jobs were occupied by the migrants of Andhra in Telangana region. So why the students were unhappy, children? Why the people of Telangana were unhappy? It was reported by the from the government records. As many as 25,000 government jobs of Telangana were occupied by the migrated of Andhra in Telangana region, and this content was developed among the people of Telangana. Okay, that's why people were unhappy, and that's why the agitation was started, which is known as the 1969 agitation. 1969 agitation. Okay, the 1916 agitation was started in Khammam district by a student of Usmania University who undertook fast unto death for the formation of Telangana. Fast unto death means children Amarana Nirahara Diksha. Okay, so in the 1916 agitation was started by the students. See here, children. So in the history of Telangana movement, the students played the very key role, not only in the 1969, from the even 2001 to 2014 also, the students of Telangana played the very wonderful key role in the formation of Telangana. They sacrificed their life. Not only in the 1969, in 2000 also the students were sacrificed their life. So 1916 agitation was started by a student of Usmania University, okay, of a Khammam district, started the fast unto death for the formation of separate Telangana because migrants occupying the Telangana jobs. And then this of the student which was started was spread all over the region, all over the region. The government employees and opposition members of the state legislative assembly also came out and threatened the direction in the direct direct action or okay direct action in support of the students. So direction action was started. Actually it is called as a direct action. In some books it is given the direction action. So the students started this movement in 1969, but the people, opposition parties, even government employees supported, okay, and the create the threaten to the government, so the government through a direct action in support of the students. You can see the one of the student, okay, I'm not saying that this student only, one of the students here is given the Telangana Hakula Sadhanakai Amara Nirahara దీక్ష బూనిన విద్యార్థి నాయకుడు శ్రీ రవీందర్. Like that, so many students were started the fast unto death for the separate Telangana or rights of the people of Telangana. And also you can see the one more Telangana Amara Veerudu. He is 1969. He was sacrificed his life. Pasham Sarvareddy, okay, from Gadwala. He is from the Usmania engineering student. He also sacrificed his life for the Telangana, okay, in the 1969. 1969, okay, political leaders like Konda Lakshman Bapuji. Oh, he is also considered as a very famous leader of the Telangana who is very actively take part in the 1916 education. So political leader like Konda Lakshman Bapuji, then the minister resigned and joined the movement. So he is also a minister, actually the government resigned and joined the movement. Who is here, children? Konda Lakshman Bapuji. And the prominent student leaders like Madan Mohan, Mallikarjun and Puli Veerana, some names are mentioned here, and they also joined the agitations, and other MLAs, other leaders of the Telangana also joined the 1969 agitation. You can see the image of Konda Lakshman Bapuji. He is also one of the great leader who is sacrificed, who is worked for Telangana region, children. It was recorded that as many as 370 students lost their lives in the police firing during the 9 months agitation. Only in the 9 months agitation, 3 students. It is a government record, children. I cannot say that it is only exactly 370. Maybe more number of students were also lost their lives in the police firing for the for the sake of Telangana. So Telangana, which we are enjoying today, is a sacrifice of the students and the leaders, children. Remember that. Okay, so many students sacrificed their life for the sake of Telangana. Because of their sacrifices, today we are in the Telangana, children. Okay, so it was recorded in the 9 months agitation of the 1969 agitation. 370 students they lost their life in the police firing, and also as many as 70,000 people were arrested, including 7,000 women also. Women students also were went to the jail. They were also arrested along with the male students, children, male students. And at that time, the Brahmananda Reddy, Kasu Brahmananda Reddy was the chief minister, and he was led the government, and he adopted the repressive policies through the police and military. He deployed the police and military to repress the movement, and that's why as per the records, 370 students lost their lives in the police and military firing. That you can see that how that imagination, that imagination about the 1916 agitation, how the violence was takes place, how the students lost their life. Okay, and the movement was separate Telangana, though launched by the students in the initial stages, but it became the political activity. It has become the political activity. In the initial stages, separate Telangana movement was started by the students, but it was led by the Dr. Marri Chenna Reddy. Okay, he who formed the Telangana Praja Samiti in 1969, and he called as a spearheaded, okay, of Telangana movement in 1969 after the formation of Telangana Praja Samiti in 1969, and this was established to articulate the demand for a separate statehood for the people of Telangana. So for the separate Telangana, the Telangana Praja Samiti was established by the Dr. M. Chenna Reddy. Okay, I think he is from the Khammam district of our Telangana region. Okay, it was also recorded that, okay, you can see the Mari Chennareddy photo also, children. You can see the Mari Chennareddy photo, who led the movement, who established the Telangana Praja Samiti and led the movement. This movement was continued for the 9 months. This movement was continued for the 9 months. Okay, children. So in the 1971, okay, general elections were held. Okay, as a part of this movement was going on, at the same time, the government conducted the general elections in the 1961. The Telangana Praja Samiti contested the 14 parliamentary constituencies in Telangana region. So at that time, in Telangana, there were the 14 parliamentary constituencies were there, and for all the 14 parliamentary constituencies, Telangana Praja Samiti contested in the elections. Out of 14, Telangana Praja Samiti had won the 11 parliamentary constituencies. So in the 1971, general elections were conducted to the Parliament of India, and in Telangana, there were the 14 parliamentary constituencies seats were there. For that, Telangana Praja Samiti contested for the 14. Out of 14, Telangana Praja Samiti had won the 11 parliamentary seats. Have won the 11 parliamentary seats. So these elections witnessed the popular sentiment of Telangana people for the formation of separate state. So these elections, 1979 general elections, 1979 general elections are witnessed, are the witnessed for the popular sentiment of Telangana among the people of Telangana, among the people of Telangana, that is for the formation of the separate Telangana state only for the Telangana, but the sentiment is not worked out. The government is not given the importance. Central government is not given the importance. The state Andhra Pradesh government is not given the important about the sentiment of the people of Telangana. The people of Telangana were unhappy because 370 students who lost their lives, 70 students were jailed, political leaders went to the jail. But unfortunately, the dream of the students of the Usman University and the like Konda Lakshman Bapuji and other leaders, even Mari Chenna Reddy, who established the Telangana Praja Samiti, dream was not fulfilled. Okay, and during this period, Congress led by Mrs. Indira Gandhi was extremely powerful at the national level. So Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister of the India, or okay, and also she was a strong leader of the Congress at the national level. Okay, and by seeing these conditions, she called the who Mrs. Indira Gandhi called the Mari Chenna Reddy. Okay, and also I told that Congress party was in the almost power, and Indira Gandhi was the prime minister around this area, not exactly I'm telling the dates, but around this area, and she was extremely very powerful at the national level. But in the 1969, in the 1956, Congress only supported the merge of the Hyderabad into Andhra region as a part of Vishal Andhra movement. But during this time, in the 1969, okay, Congress party was split entirely about the issue of the Telangana, about the issue of the Telangana. And the TPS, Telangana Praja Samiti, led by Dr. Mana Chennireddy, entered in an agreement. So Indira Gandhi is called Mari Chenna Reddy to talk about the some conditions about the and which are going are prevailing in the Andhra Pradesh state, especially in the Telangana region. She called the Mari Chenna Reddy of the TPS, that is Telangana Praja Samiti, okay, and opted a compromise. So she made the compromise with the Mari Chenna Reddy in September 1971. 1971. Accordingly, the Praja Samiti was merged with the Congress R. So, as per the agreements made with the Indira Gandhi, the Praja Samiti, Telangana Praja Samiti should be merged with the Congress R according to the compromise formula. So they given the name, the compromise between the Indira Gandhi and the Mari Chennareddy's compromise formula. A consensus emerged the following points. So her important is given the perpetuation of Mulki rules. So that is, she promised that she will give the importance to the Mulki rules, and also separate budget and accounts for the Telangana region. She promised that one committee will be allotted and separate budget will be allotted, and that committee will look after the accounts for the separate Telangana. And also third one, separate Pradesh Congress committee for Telangana. So one is for Andhra and one is for the Telangana. Separate Pradesh Congress committee will also form for the Telangana. And also, she promised that the Kasu Brahmanand Reddy will be stepped down from the chief minister. And then she also promised that chief minister will be elected from the Telangana region. So it means stepping down of the Brahmanand Reddy to facilitate the election of the chief minister from Telangana region. This promise was done by the Indira Gandhi to Mari Chenna Reddy. And the 1969 agitation was agitated by TPS did not accomplish the goal of a separate state. So 1969 agitation actually started in Telangana by the students, but finally led by the TPS, that is Telangana Praja Samiti, but it did not complete the goal of the separate state. Only some benefits, but that benefits also violated after the agreement made between the Indira Gandhi and the Mari Chenna Reddy. It was a content with the safeguards and assurances promised by the Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Okay, so it was the content, this compromise formula of between the Indira Gandhi and the Praja Samiti is, Telangana Praja Samiti is a content with the safeguards and assurance promised by the Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Okay, and now one more agitation, but this time it is in Andhra Pradesh. That is the reaction to Mulki judgment. Actual Mulki judgment is when given by the Supreme Court. Okay, what is that we are going to learn when PV Narasimha Rao was chief minister. Okay, he is from our Karnal district, children, from the Telangana region. And okay, Andhra Pradesh witnessed another agitation. What is that? It emerged. This agitation emerged from Andhra region because the Supreme Court is given the judgment on the Mulki rule. So though this movement is perceived pursuant to the outcome of the Supreme Court verdict. Verdict means judgment, declaring the Mulki rule as valid. So the Supreme Court has said that Mulki rule is valid. It should be implemented. Importance to given to the Telangana region, and that's why Andhra students and Andhra political leaders were unhappy with the judgment, and they started the agitation. And J. Chandra Mauli, J. Lachanna, K. Venkatramana were the important leaders of the Andhra who spearheaded the this agitation. That is this agitation from the Andhra. It is popularly known as Jai Andhra movement. So Jai Andhra movement was led by the B.V. Subbareddy, J. Chandramouli, J. Lachanna, K. Venkatramana. Okay, and they led this movement, which is known as Jai Andhra movement. And the main reason is on 3rd October 1972, the Supreme Court gave its verdict on the Mulki rules, stating that they were valid and were in force. So Supreme Court is saying that these rules are valid and should be in force, and this make the Telangana Andhra leaders are unhappy. The people of Andhra region felt that it would be reduced to the status of second-class citizens in the state, especially in the Telangana region. The people of Andhra region who were staying in the Telangana felt that they will be reduced to the status of the second-class citizens in the state, especially in the Telangana region. And the Prime Minister, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, by seeing the conditions of the Jai Andhra movement, she announced the 6-point formula. So by seeing the conditions in the Andhra region, and Mrs. Indira Gandhi, then the Prime Minister, already told that she was the Prime Minister, she was very strong, okay, and she announced the 6-point formula. First one, the setting up of a state level planning board as well as subcommittee for the development of backward areas. So this time she not mentioned the Andhra or maybe the Telangana. She's saying that planning board level committees will be set up, subcommittees will be set up to see the development of the backward areas. And also she promised that there should be establishment of a central university at Hyderabad, okay, for the argument of educational institutions in the Telangana region. So in Hyderabad, we have the Central University, as it is promised by the 6-point formula by the Indira Gandhi, and it was established in the Hyderabad children. And local candidates. Local candidates were to be preferred for the direct recruitment to non-gazetted posts and assistant surgeons. And also in the 6-point formula, she promised that local candidates will be given the preference for the direct recruitment of the non-gazetted posts and the assistant surgeon posts, which will be recruited in the Andhra Pradesh, combined Andhra Pradesh or composite Andhra Pradesh. And also she promised in 6-point formula is a high power administrative tribunal to be constituted to deal with the grievances of the government employees. So if the government employees, they were unsatisfied with the government, with unhappy, if their powers means if their rights are violated, then a tribunal, separate administrative tribunal is constituted to deal with the grievances, means problems of the government employees, especially for the Telangana. Okay, and fifth one, to avoid legislation, the constitution should be suitably amended. See, really, Indira Gandhi is the strong lady. She, I think that she only the prime minister amended the constitution so many times compared to the other prime ministers of India. So in 6-point formula, fifth point, she kept the fifth point is, if necessary, according to the conditions, to avoid the legislations, she promised that the constitution should be suitably amended, and limitations the Mulki rules and Telangana Regional Committee. Also, she promised that this time she is going to, as per the constitution amendments, limitation will be kept on the Mulki rules and the Telangana Regional Committee. It means she makes the Andhra leaders are happy to stop the agitation in the Andhra region. She gave the 6-point formula, and 6-point formula is almost, we can say that it is in the favor of the Andhra leaders, in the favor of the Andhra leaders. Though the formula accepted by the leaders of Andhra region, there was a dissatisfaction among the people of Telangana. So Andhra leaders were satisfied with the 6-point formula, which was given by the Prime Minister, Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi. But at the same time, there was a dissatisfaction among the people of Telangana. The people of the Telangana was dissatisfied with the 6-point formula. I told that 6-point formula is in the favor of the Andhra leaders compared to the Telangana. Okay. And the limitation as the Mulki rules and regional committees virtually nullified and deserving the benefits to Telangana people. So nullified here, clearly saying that limitation the Mulki rules and the regional committees nullified, virtually nullified, that is benefits of Telangana is going to be deprivated from here. Okay. As a consequent this to this, the president rule was revoked. So because of this, president rule was revoked, president rule was implemented. Okay. And then after that, Jalgam Vengal Rao was chosen as the new chief minister of Andhra Pradesh. In that way, the agitation was ended, which was established in the Andhra region, that is in the name of Jai Andhra movement. Okay. This is about the second part, children. If possible, we will take the third part also. In third part, we can learn from the 2001 to 2014. Okay, you can see the Jalgam Bengal Rao image here. Okay, he's also one of the great leaders from the Telangana region. Okay, and now summary. Gentleman agreement was made between the Andhra and Telangana leaders at Delhi on the 20th of February 1956. So in the lesson, we learned that the gentleman's agreement was made between the Andhra and Telangana leaders at Delhi on the 20th of February 1956. Based on the Andhra Pradesh state, based on the gentleman agreement, Andhra Pradesh state was formed on the 1st November 1956. Okay, and on the 1st November 1956, Prime Minister Honorable Jawaharlal Nehru garu inaugurated the new state. Okay, and also this was a violation of safeguards which were made in gentleman's agreement. Okay, in 1969 there was agitation in the Telangana was separate state. Okay, and but for Andhra and Telangana should be separate, but unfortunately it was not takes place because agreement was takes place in between the Indira Gandhi and Telangana Praja Samiti, and that's why the dream of the fulfill was not TPS dream was not fulfilled, and agreement was only made. Okay, it was the content of that agreement was the content Srimati Indira Gandhi and the TPS. And then Telangana Praja Samiti was spearheaded by the Maricharan, I already told you, and Supreme Court verdict on the Mulki rules. Okay, so I hope that children, you understand the situation in the 1969 also, and also after the 1956, after the formation of Andhra Pradesh state, how the violation was takes place, how the violation was takes place between these two states, and how the uh, uh, government, successive governments from the 1956 violated the gentleman's agreement and violated the gentleman's agreements and how they are neglected the Telangana region. Okay, children. So if it is possible, we will take the another session if the time is permits. Okay, in that session we are going to learn about the from the 2001 to 2014 Telangana movement, and from that lesson you may get the 1 or 2 questions like a role of JACs, Joint Action Committees. Okay, but time is not permitting to us to explain that. Okay, some attributions and the time to answer children, provisions of the gentleman's agreement, important 5 marks question, children, and also write a note on the Telangana agitation in the 1969. It is an important 10 marks question, children. So I hope that you understand the lesson and you can realize it that how our leaders and especially the students of our inner cities sacrificed their life in the police firings and the military firings and the formation of the separate Telangana. Thank you one and all, and thank you to our Honorable Additional Director Satyanarayana Reddy Garu and Joint Director Rajiv Garu, and my beloved wonderful principal Dr. Venugopal Reddy Garu, and my subject coordinator Ram Prasad Garu, and also another webinar team members. Thanks to all, and once again all to all and thank you to be a part of this webinar sessions also. Thank you sir. Over to sir.
Hafiz Garu, you can stop screening the share. Stop sharing the screen then. Yeah. Thank you very much, Hafiz Garu. It was a wonderful session. So being a citizen of Telangana. Thank you very much, Hafiz Gar. It was a wonderful session. Being a citizen of Telangana,
Thank you,
certainly
sir. Thank you very much, sir.
everybody need to know what are the circumstances under which the state was formed, and what is the history, and what were the privileges or the rights which Telangana people have lost during others' rules. Thank you very much for a wonderful session.
Thank
And
you, sir.
not only for this session, for all the sessions which you have conducted so far. So hope all the students make optimum use of the sessions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.